Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jonathan Crane, and I would like to come out in full support of auto syncing. I use auto sync. I've auto synced pretty much every set that I've ever played. I probably will continue to use auto sync for the foreseeable future. And basically, how this whole thing came about is last night I went out, saw Diplo. I had a fun time. Everything was cool. And then I came home, turned on Facebook. First thing I see is a war on the internet about auto sync. And this isn't the first time that I've seen a war take place on the internet or an argument take place on Facebook about auto syncing and whether or not it's legit. And there's definitely some very skewed views out there, I think, about auto syncing. So right now I have four arguments about why auto syncing is a legitimate practice. I have four pro auto sync arguments. So argument number one is auto sync does not do all the work in a DJ mix. That's intelligent auto mix. Like Virtual DJ Pro and I think some other programs have a setting where basically you put all your tracks into one playlist. You click this thing, Intelligent Auto Mix, and it'll actually mix the songs for you. So you pretty much just have to hit play, and then you can just stand back and jump off furniture and wave at girls and pretend to be David Guetta up there. So that's intelligent auto mix. Auto sync, on the other hand, all that auto sync does essentially is it lines up the bass drums, or at least that's how it works in Virtual DJ. I don't know about the other programs because I haven't used them, but in Virtual DJ, it pretty much just lines up the bass drums. So you still at that point have to know when you're going to bring in a song, when you're going to bring a song out. You still have to learn how to use EQs. You still have to do things like counting bars and all that. The only difference I would say between a CDJ and auto syncing on a controller is that with the CDJ, you have to press a button four times as opposed to with auto sync, you press it one button once. Like with CDJs, you hit Q, Q, Q play, whereas with a controller, you just hit sync. So, in my opinion, that's basically one of the only differences. I mean, with the CDJ, you can do like BPM copying. You have, I think, some CDJs have intelligent queuing, where it goes right to the count of one. So then you just hit like Q Q Q play. And so yeah, there's basically with that, I don't see what the big deal is there. If it just saves pressing three buttons or three button presses. And most of all, AutoSync doesn't give you songs to play, which comes into my second argument here, is that I've seen some sets where, yeah, the DJ is technically manually beat matching, but the entire set sounds like if you just took that Everyday I'm Shuffling part from a party rock anthem and stretched that out into an hour-long set. That's what the whole set sounds like. Whereas with me, on the other hand, yeah, I auto sync. I've been auto syncing this whole time and probably will continue to use it. But I think that I definitely dig deep, try to find songs that are original. I try to find songs that a lot of people haven't heard of. Like, check this track. Check this track right now. That track is a disco song that was released on a record label from Bergen, Norway, where a lot of people can't even point that out on a map. I probably couldn't either, but I'm just trying to sound cooler. But anyway, so yeah, that's the other thing too, is like it's all about finding music. I'd say that that's the big part of it. Not every DJ event is the DMC championships. Not every DJ event is about technical skill, it's about music also. So, in my opinion, if you actually do your homework and you try to find good songs and put a lot of thought into track selection, in my opinion, who cares about the technical aspect of it? And that brings me into my third point then. It's like, a lot of people, for them, going out to a club is an event. A lot of people work jobs that they don't really like or work really stressful jobs. And for some people out there, when they get ready to go out to a club, they buy a new outfit, they invite their friends over for pre-gaming, they take a cab there so they arrive in style. And in my opinion, those are the people that you're playing for. You aren't playing for the six DJs standing behind you doing the tomahawk chop. You're playing for all the people in the crowd, all the people who, for them, going out is a big deal. So, in my opinion, who cares what you use, whether it's like, telekinesis, auto sync, all vinyl, telekinesis with all vinyl, CDJs. As long as you can produce a solid mix and as long as you can get the dance floor going, in my opinion, who cares like what technology you're using? And argument number four is that the war on the internet last night about auto syncing came about because one very high ranking DJ in the city was accused of using it. And I actually saw this particular DJ last night at this show, and like I didn't notice anything. I did. To me, it sounded just as good as all the other sets. He was playing a Moonbaton set, really good track selection. It was fun to listen to. I was having a fun time. I didn't see what he was doing. It sounded the same. And I think that, people go out to clubs to dance. They don't go out to clubs to, unless it's the DMC championships or turntablism competition. I don't think anyone really knows what the DJ is doing up there. So again, this goes back to if you can actually build a solid mix, who really cares at that point? Like if DJ Rice came out on the internet right now and he said like, okay, everyone, from now on it's Sunday school, I'm just gonna use an iPod on shuffle with the crossfader function turned on. You know how many people would stop going to Sunday school? Probably zero. And the reason for that is because people come out week after week to see him because they know that he brings the best house tracks and they go to dance, they go to let loose, they have a fun time. They don't go to, bring a stool onto the dance floor and see, oh, what's this guy doing over there? How's he mixing? So I think at the end of the day, the thing to realize, or in my opinion, the thing to keep in mind here is that this is art. And if you go to an art gallery right now, you're going to see some paintings that are photorealistic depictions of things that, scenery or of people. And they're pieces that contain an incredible amount of texture and color and hard work and a lot of technical skill to get that photorealistic look. And then on the other hand, you're going to see paintings that all it is a canvas of one solid color. If you don't believe me at this point, go and Google for Klein Blue. There's a painting in the Museum of Modern Art. All it is a canvas that's solid blue. And that's both of those paintings are still considered art. Both of those paintings elicit feeling, and both of those paintings, I would say, take the same amount of effort to create. Coming up with an interesting color is still just as much work, I would say, as painting something that's photorealistic, because you still have to know at that point about color theory, about color mixing. Same thing with DJing. Even if you use autosync, you still have to do a lot of homework to put together a good song selection, good set. You still have to know a lot of technical skill. So really, at the end of the day, I don't see what the deal is with auto syncing. I will say though that the people who are against auto syncing, I can kind of understand where you're coming from, because I think that what autosync is bringing in is some people who DJ just as a status symbol. They buy a controller, they call themselves a DJ, they go on Beatport, download the top 10, then they go to their friends party, say, hey, I'm a DJ, do a tomahawk chop. So yeah, I can see that would probably be one of the downfalls But legitimately, for people who are legitimate fans of electronic culture, I really don't see why DJing or why using auto sync at that point is that bad. I don't know why there's so many people getting hyped up on the internet. And by the way, this isn't about any one specific battle or any one specific person. I've just seen a lot of people coming out saying that, like, auto sync requires no skill. So I want to say at this point that I fully endorse and support auto sync if you're doing your homework out there. And yeah, feel free to leave your opinions or comments about that. All right, peace.